Hi, everyone. My name is Andrew Powell, and I'm the founder and CEO of Learn to Win. Learn to Win is a venture backed education technology company that works with the Department of Defense to deliver faster, more effective training. We are used across the Air Force, Navy, and Space Force. We already have Phase 3 contracts building off of our Phase 2 SBIRs. And we are also used commercially by professional sports teams and Fortune 500 companies to deliver more effective training to their team. So we're operational and ready to go. We're accredited up to impact level 6. So any of your controlled and classified training needs up to secret, we can handle. And in this presentation, we'll tell you more about our capabilities and would love to speak with anyone who thinks we may be able to support your mission. So this is the one slide summary of our company. We make mission critical learning easy, accessible, and effective using modern technology and cognitive science. We combine a mobile application for learning content any place and time of need with a really easy authoring engine that enables anyone who's a subject matter expert to build their own training in a matter of minutes, rather than relying on long training cycles or building extensive PDFs or PowerPoints. The results have been really strong across DoD and our commercial clients, which include NFL teams and the US Olympic team, as well as Fortune 500 companies. We see 50% higher performance on the learning material. Typically, content creators say it's 5 times faster to build and learn to win than in the traditional learning systems that they're used to using. And overall, 96% of surveyed users say they prefer using Learn to Win over any other system that they've used. So this is kind of the summary and snapshot of our company. In the coming slides, we'll get into more detail about the product itself. So we have grown really rapidly in adoption across the Department of Defense. We got our start in the spring of 2019 as a student team at Stanford University. We participated in a program called Hacking for Defense, which is a course where we got paired up with the Training Support Squadron of the Air Combat Command and spent 10 weeks interviewing over 100 airmen who had particular perspectives and viewpoints on challenges and opportunities within the pilot training process. Through all of those user interviews and in-depth prototyping that we did, we identified an opportunity to improve the efficacy, the efficiency, and the cost of key elements of pilot training, namely the academics process and the emergency procedures training process. So then we prototyped those ideas through an Air Force SBIR direct to Phase 2. And then the Navy picked up on that Phase 2 and brought it to a whole bunch of different use cases across the Don. And specifically, we expanded to about 20 different organizations who are using Learn to Win for a whole variety of different training uses beyond just pilot training, things like engineering training, maintenance training, air traffic control training, and a whole bunch of different things in between. We've transitioned those Phase 2s into Phase 3 contracts and are live with the Air Force, Space Force, and Navy with contract vehicles where anyone who would like to purchase Learn to Win can do that very rapidly. And then finally, we have gotten cyber accreditation through the DoD Platform 1 environment to host content up to impact level 6. So secret, anything secret or below as far as classification, we are able to host. Finally, because of all this progress with the DoD, we've raised over $14 million from venture investors, and we're using that money to build continuously new features that drive additional value, both for our DoD partners and our commercial customers. Here's a quick description of the value that we've brought to the Navy through using our platform. First off, building lessons is a ton faster in Learn to Win. We're able to save a ton of time and money by enabling organizations to build training in a matter of days or weeks rather than months or years. That enables organizations to stay on schedule with their training needs because they can develop it internally, and the rapid authoring engine just makes it super easy to spin up new training material as new information emerges. You can tailor all this specifically to your mission. Gone are the days of kind of a one-size-fits-none central training program that people don't gain any value from. You can tailor the learning and Learn to Win to exactly what your organization needs, so it's always tied to mission-critical topics. Through that learning experience, you can really see the improved performance across your team. And then through the accessibility, it's super convenient to train on a mobile device, on a tablet, desktop, and all of the training data is synced together into one platform, which we find for instructors and for learners just adds major time efficiencies over the traditional systems that are used for a lot of training. So this is kind of a snapshot, the 6 key principles of the value that using Learn to Win brings specifically for Navy users. So here's one example of a customer that we worked with using Learn to Win. The Center for Naval Aviation Technical Training identified a need that they wanted to have maintainers trained on specific instances at their flight line on their aircraft, rather than just general purpose maintenance knowledge. And so through this, they were able to use Learn to Win to build highly customized training with images from their actual aircraft with common issues that maintenance professionals were running into. And through this, they were able to really develop the intuition for identifying corrosion in a much better way than the traditional method of training. In fact, using Learn to Win, they did a pre and post assessment of maintenance workers' knowledge of corrosion and found that using Learn to Win improved that knowledge by 50%. So that result was really profound. But then even more so, as new issues emerged on the flight line and became the common sources of problems, they could then build additional new trainings and then send those out to learners with just a push of a button. Every learner receives a push notification on their phone saying, hey, there's new training updated on the latest issues that we've been running into. And through that, you can really steadily keep everybody on your team fully up to date on the latest information so that they can do their jobs really effectively. And through this sort of agile, responsive training system, the Center for Naval Aviation Technical Training was able to drive greater readiness across the fleet through more proficient maintenance individuals identifying corrosion earlier in the process. So how does Learn to Win really work? Well, there's 3 components. There's a web application where trainers build a lesson. It's fast and easy to build, faster even than building a PowerPoint slide. Learners then complete the lesson on our mobile app or tablet. These lessons are interactive, engaging, gamified, and it typically takes just 3 to 5 minutes to complete one of these lessons. So learners can do it really whenever and wherever is most convenient for them. Finally, there's a dashboard where trainers can review the performance of their whole organization. And these sophisticated data analytics visualizations enable you to see exactly how that training program is performing and identify gaps before it results in some sort of mishap. That data then enables you to inform the building of the new lessons to then create this positive feedback cycle between the training that you're building, what your learners are learning, and then the data and analytics that you're seeing of how that learning is resonating. So now zooming in on those elements, this is a preview of our lesson authoring engine. What you see on the far right of the screen is a preview on the mobile phone of what the lesson is going to look like. And then in the main part of the screen is where you can click a button to add an image, add a video, add an audio voiceover, embed a link to another document. You can type into the text box, which will automatically update on the preview screen as you're making the changes. And overall, it just makes it super easy and very intuitive to build beautiful, effective learning content. So this is a preview of our lesson authoring engine. Next, we have our data analytics engine. In the data analytics portion of Learn to Win, you can identify exactly what individuals have answered on every single question. You can dig in and see how much time they spent on a question, how confident they were in their answer. You can filter and cut up the data to visualize trends across a team or across an entire organization or command. And through this, you can get total visibility into exactly what your learners know, what they're missing, and identify gaps to then improve the training for the next cohort of learners or push out new training to those learners you have based on what you're seeing in the data. In comparison to legacy systems for learning, Learn to Win is much better on many different fronts. It's much easier to create custom content. It's a much faster and intuitive process. You can leverage all sorts of different rich media, PDFs, images, videos, PowerPoints, audio files, HTML, anything can really be embedded into Learn to Win and edited very easily. You can leverage data to make decisions rather than just having a static learning experience that doesn't have any data or a training manual that doesn't give you any information about what people are really learning. There's very rich data through Learn to Win. And we also are able to deploy securely in up to impact level 4 and even impact level 6 based on the DoD Platform 1 environment. And so you're able to push out information that is CUI or even secret training content through Learn to Win. Given that we are a venture-backed dual-use company, we have numerous commercial clients who enable us to bring cutting-edge features and capabilities to DoD. And then likewise, working with the DoD has enabled us to bring insights back to the NFL teams that we work with and the US Olympic team and various Fortune 500 companies about how to train in a really high performance setting. So this positive feedback cycle between the innovation in the private sector and the innovation in DoD has created a really dynamic and positive elements to building a product that's purpose-built for these high performance settings. In addition to having a really innovative and useful product, we also have a very secure product. We have achieved accreditation up to Impact Level 6, which is also secret level, to host training content through the DoD Platform 1 environment. So this is live and operational with Air Force, Navy, and Space Force users leveraging the Platform 1 environment. And as I mentioned, we can host up to Impact Level 6 or secret content or anything below that. So any of your training missions that have content at those levels, we would love to talk to see if we can support you in those missions. So we have successfully transitioned from our Phase 2 into numerous Phase 3 contracts, which are serving a whole variety of different use cases across the Navy. Those include everything from initial onboarding to air logistics, to submarine learning, to exam preparation, intelligence, supply corps, cloud engineering, and pilot training. So a whole variety of different use cases across the DON. And as I mentioned, we have Phase 3 contracting already in place. We are accredited on DoD Platform 1. And so we can also do sole source contracting because of the SBIR program. So as a result, anyone who's interested in joining and piloting Learn to Win or using it in a operational setting, we are totally ready to go. Thanks for taking a few minutes to learn about Learn to Win. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach our team at the contact information listed here. You can also reach me directly, Andrew Powell. I'm the CEO. My email is andrew@learntowin.com. And our website is www.learntowin.us. So thank you so much for taking the time, and we hope to hear from you. Thanks.